Hey everyone, my name is Gamer Corey and welcome back to another Red Dead Online video. Now in today's video, I do want to talk a little bit about any potential future update. And I know every week we kind of go over this in a little bit of detail based on the information that we have heard or that there's rumors of, or even maybe someone might just be speculating and it's something that we can actually continuously cover here on the channel. Now, the reason that I'm actually making this specific one is because of last week's weekly update. Now, obviously, a lot of people do believe that a update is coming to Red Dead Online very, very soon because of last week's weekly update. Now, if you guys didn't participate in last week's weekly update or even knew about last week's weekly update, then make sure that you guys are joining in every single Tuesday morning, at least for me, and it might be a little bit later depending on where you guys are currently residing at. However, I do go over in detail basically what is covered each and every single week. So last week we have and had the opportunity of getting limited time clothing as an option. Now, this is kind of important to a degree, and it's been all the limited time clothing that we've ever had an option of purchasing here in Red Dead Online since day one. So basically going on almost 2 years, it is every single limited time clothing that has been available to purchase. Now you've been able to repurchase it. Some things are gold, some things are money. Some things you can buy with gold if you have more money that or more gold than money, whatever it might be. You guys can choose to do whatever you want. Now, obviously, last week there was a lot of people that thought just because of this specific release of this weekly update and the fact that we actually had 5 gold bars off of 2 of the major roles here in Red Dead Online, which is obviously 50% because there's currently 4 of them, that there was a really good possibility that this week or even next week could be a major update release. Now, obviously, I go out every single day, multiple times per day. I'm subscribed to Rockstar on all types of accounts, and I make sure that I'm always checking in and watching what they're doing. And as of right now, I can't say that there is even going to be remotely an update either this Tuesday, which would be tomorrow, or later today, depending on when you're watching this video, or even the fact that there's going to be an update coming next week. Now, the reason that I'm going to specifically say this is Rockstar, at least for the most part, will give a week's notice. Now, I would have to say that at the latest, it would be at the end of this week, going into the weekend, that Rockstar would make any type of announcement for Red Dead Online update, whatever that might be. Now, obviously, there's a ton of speculation on what that update could look like and what that could even entail for us as players. But just because of what they did last week, a lot of people do believe an update is coming very, very soon. Now, I would love to say that I believe an update is coming soon, or at least hopefully an Outlaw Pass number 3 would be on the horizon, but there's been no indication of that at all. And quite frankly, I really do believe that Rockstar is going to at least give us a little bit of notice prior to that actually happening. And until we get any type of official word from Rockstar, I don't really think that we can anticipate a huge update to Red Dead Online anytime soon. Now, I really wish that Rockstar, and I've said this in the past, I'm going to say it again, that I wish that they would actually be very upfront and forward with the players by saying, hey, you know what, we are working on an update. It's a little bit delayed because of X, Y, and Z, or A, B, and C, whatever it might be. At least give us an opportunity to understand where the company is coming from, but they don't even have the decency of giving us any information or any indication of what to expect next or when to expect it. all the other gaming companies have made it very clear if there has been any type of delay. You know, there's been a couple delays towards and with Cyberpunk that is built and produced by another game studio. There's been some other ones. Just most recently, there was a month of delay. Actually, there was originally it was originally supposed to come out in February, and then it was supposed to come out in May, and then they postponed it a little bit. But they gave indication of each and every step, and that was actually for Last of Us Part 2. So there has at least been some communication by all of those respectable companies. But yeah, Rockstar is basically shut the vault and locked it multiple times so that nobody can get any type of information. And quite honestly, I think that's where a lot of players are having a huge problem with, just because Rockstar is not being upfront or at all willing to share anything. There's been no announcement of what role to even potentially expect next, or if it's not a role, what maybe things we're going to see coming to Red Dead Online. And then the other thing that we haven't even experienced is, well, you know, what types of fixes are going to be coming to Red Dead Online. We all know, especially for the people that have been playing for quite some time to Red Dead Online, that there are still some game-breaking mechanics that need to be addressed, whether it be flat-out glitches, maybe it's just other bugs, maybe it's just whatever it might be. Maybe it's something to do with the daily challenges, maybe it's something to do with your camp, maybe it's animal spawns, maybe it's just the whole disconnect issue that Rockstar seems to be notorious for, that no other game company has that many issues with. You know, oh, sorry, but you've been disconnected from the Rockstar Games cloud or whatever it might be due to an error in the network. And they always like to blame it on users' end, but I can't believe that there would be, quote unquote, that many users having that many problems all the time, that we would constantly be disconnected from an online game. Rockstar is the only one, whether it be Grand Theft Auto 5 or Red Dead Online. It's the same thing, but there is literally no other game that I've played where I've had the opportunity of playing online where I've had so many disconnection notices. So, what is it going to be? Is it going to be the fact that they're actually going to give us an update? Are they going to completely withhold information? Are they even going to fix any of the problems that are currently in Red Dead Online? What is it actually going to be? At least give us some information about the direction that you truly are going to take Red Dead Online. So either we as players or fans, whatever you might be, an opportunity to settle in for whatever time frame this might be and go, okay, I know what's coming. I know what to expect. This is roughly when it's going to happen. And then we can kind of all move on from there. However, Rockstar just doesn't want to do it. Whatever reason. And I can probably tell you guys the reason, especially if you guys were participating in last year's summer update. So basically from the spring update when it went out of Red Dead Online beta into full-blown Red Dead Online, which really there wasn't any difference at all, to be completely honest. Maybe a couple additional things, but that's really about it. But then when it became the summer update, they didn't say when we could expect it. They just said, we're going to give it to you sometime in the summer months. And I think that even made a lot of players upset. And ultimately, I think that made Rockstar upset because they gave us an information saying, hey, we're going to release it in the summer. But so many people went on the bandwagon of basically hating on Rockstar for not releasing it in what they believed to be the summer months. So, is it the players' fault? Is it Rockstar's? I'm not here to place a lot of blame, but I do believe it's a little bit of both, and especially for any players that were on that bandwagon for criticizing Rockstar back then. They actually gave us a lot of time to kind of prep for it, and they actually gave us like 3 weeks before the update actually came, where they were doubling our gold opportunity with doing the daily challenges, so we could actually earn, 10 gold bars every single day from just 7 daily challenges, which was insane. Now, when I start seeing some of those things come into play, that's when I actually will believe that there'll truly be an update coming. Now, I think a limited time clothing, all of them being offered at one specific time, is a good indication, or it could ultimately be a very bad indication. Because either they're just trying to appease and give false hope, or they truly are going to be releasing something very, very soon. Now, me being a fan and a player of Red Dead Online, I really do hope that there's going to be something. But even with a couple weeks ago, there was an announcement that they're going to be bringing Grand Theft Auto Online and Grand Theft Auto 5 to the PlayStation 5, but there's been no proof and no talk that Red Dead Online is going to be available for the next generation consoles. So we all have to keep that in mind about what direction they truly are going to be going. Obviously, we all know that Grand Theft Auto Online is their cash cow. And I've actually asked a few different people to boycott any possibility of paying anything to Red Dead Online. And that means literally anything. Especially when it comes to the shark cards. I would stay clear of that. And, you know, not purchase anything, because that's going to force them to do a couple different things. Number one, they're probably going to end up, upgrading and updating Grand Theft Auto Online, but maybe they'll start focusing on their other second big game, which would be Red Dead Online, so that there's actually a possibility of that people spending money. Now, I don't want to say, hey, you guys should go out and spend money on Red Dead Online, because I don't want to promote any type of pay to win or pay to play type structures. That's not what I'm here to do, because all of everything that I've done here in Red Dead Online, or mostly in Grand Theft Auto, has been free to play. Now, the only thing that I did in Grand Theft Auto, and I can completely admit this, is I did purchase the Criminal Enterprise Starter Pack, and it was only like $5 when I did it. But if you guys think about it, $5 from every player that has ever played or played especially the online edition, that's a lot of money for a game company, especially on top of what have they already made from the release of the sale or the game when it first came out. Plus going forwards, because we all know that there people are still selling copies and buying copies of Grand Theft Auto Online, and there's still people that are buying copies of Red Dead Online. So, I hope that as a player, we actually see an update very, very soon. But honestly, I think I would rather see a lot of the game mechanics fixed before any true update takes place. And that's just me personally. I guess I would like to know down in the comments section if you guys would like to see the mechanics changed or any issues with the gameplay fixed first prior to any update, or if you guys would really like to just have an update so that we can actually have more options to do. Now, just keep in mind that the more things that they bring to you online before fixing things, the more problems that they could potentially have, which is going to ultimately frustrate players beyond belief. So just bear that in mind. And I just want to have a quick side note about Grand Theft Auto. If you guys are playing on Xbox and you definitely need help, whether it's selling anything or just need help in general, then I live stream once a week Grand Theft Auto, and I will invite people into the session to play with me, and you don't even have to be members to do that. So, participate, especially if you're on Xbox. So there is always that. The other thing I do want to quickly talk about is I do have memberships here on the channel. If you guys would like to further support me as a content creator, by all means, join as a member, get a little bit of additional perks for participating, and honestly, it does help me directly so that I can continue to make these types of videos for you guys. But if you guys did enjoy the video in any way, then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. It would help me out a lot and is greatly appreciated. Until next time, YouTube, you guys keep doing what you're doing because you're already doing it, and you guys stay gaming.